Hi, so here I am. Whoops, I forgot to put my light on, bear with me. Wow, now you're going to see all my wrinkles really close up. Sorry if that was a bit scary. Let's start. Okay, today is day 3 of day 5 and a better breakfast. First, there's a couple of things I want to say. I want to thank everybody who has taken the time to drop me an email, which I think has been really nice. You've either done it direct to my simona@takeapause.co.uk or you've done it on LinkedIn, and that's both from women and from men. It's just really nice to receive them. Sometimes I get a little bit of trolling when I do menopause and when I do my blog. The last one I did, menopause and the office affair, didn't go down very well with many people. Anyway, so I'd like to thank you, and I have banked a couple of questions, but what I'm going to do after this week doing one a day, I'm going to go to weekly on a Monday, and I'm going to answer some questions there. I would never ever give your name out unless you wanted me to, so the fact that you don't even say that means I won't give your name out. But what's happened is I've probably had about 4 or 5 questions that are actually the same question, so it's just easy for me just to collectively answer it as it is. And it's all about keeping you healthy, keeping your mind and body in, up to date, and everything, what you're doing now, how you're living and your career, and making you the best you can be. Because I am telling you, it doesn't matter if you're 5 years off your pension, money means nothing if you're not healthy. It absolutely means nothing. And your health is absolutely your wealth, and that's how I look at it. So I am here to do that for you and just give you little hints and tips throughout 2019 that might enhance, put a little bit of a spring in your step. So I am Simone, I am 51. I always tell you my age, 1, because I'm not really bothered that I'm 51, and 2, and if you just see me close up and all my wrinkles, you understand I don't have Botox either. Anyway, I am of a demographic of perimenopause and menopause, and I do work with women who are going through menopause and want to do it in a natural way. I got rid of 25 of my 34 symptoms, eating differently. I am a certified nutritional therapist. I also work with men. I work with men in the workplace who are stressed. I work with guys who might have digestion problems. I work with guys who just are coming up to retirement. They might be 50, they're 5 years off claiming their pension, and they want to get their pension in the fittest, healthiest way they can. I also work with women as well, just not even menopause. I do chronic illness, weight management. If you look on my site, which is above, takeapause.co.uk, you will find out what I do. I have a program coming up in January. Any ladies might be interested in what I call FRT, which is food replacement therapy. It's a little play on words against HRT, so it's a more natural way of attacking your symptoms or lessening your symptoms. Have a look there. If you are on my website and you are looking, a man or a woman, it would be great if you sign up for my newsletter that you will receive in your inbox every 2 weeks from January to December 2019. And not only that, if you sign up now before the 14th or 15th of December, I must make a point of remembering which day that is. I will be serving to you for 12 days every day between mid-December and Christmas Day, a gift of wellness to your inbox that will help you get through this crazy time we have right now in December, where we're overindulging, overstressed, overworked, trying to meet deadlines, trying to keep the kids happy, trying to keep our partners happy, and we miss out looking after ourselves. So I am here to do that for you. So today, what's today's breakfast? Today's breakfast is my favourite breakfast. However, I never eat it as a breakfast. I tend to eat my breakfast and then I have it straight afterwards. I have it like a little dessert breakfast. Now, I've made one up, but I haven't made much. And the only reason I haven't made much is because I will just eat it all. And I can't, because I'm on a strict 6-week protocol. I'm just kind of doing a little bit. I lost 4 stone in weight, and I've put about 12 pound back on, which is absolutely fine because I needed to, because I just think when you're a certain age, you shouldn't go too skinny. And I feel like I just need to drop a little bit. So that's what I'm doing at the minute. So I can't eat all this. However, this is the breakfast today. Now it's like a chocolate mousse really. Its main base is avocado, raw cacao. I'm going to go through the ingredients because you can add little ingredients depending on how you feel. Now, this is what I call a really good mood food. Because of the ingredients in there, it really lifts your mood. It's got, we'll go through them now so we know. We've got avocado. Avocado has over 70% really good fat in there. That's really good for the brain. And not only that, it's full of fibre. I think it's got about 20 vitamins and minerals in there. So it's good. It is a little bit fatty, as people would say if you're counting calories. But the good fat actually gets rid of the bad fat. So it actually lowers your LDL and it raises your HDL, which is really, really good for cholesterol. And that's what we need. So don't, diss the avocado. It is really, really good for you. It also has raw cacao in there. Raw cacao is 40 times more a powerful antioxidant than blueberries. It is so good for you. And not only that, it's a really good source of plant-based iron. It's full of calcium. It's got more calcium in there than cow's milk. And it's also a mood lifter. It elevates your mood to feel really happy. Just raw cacao. You know when they say you can eat 70% chocolate, dark chocolate? Well, raw cacao is probably, it's 100. So it has got a bitter taste. But I'll give you a little trick. If you really don't like that bitter taste, you can use raw carob powder instead. And if I was having to put a name to these two, I would say raw cacao is dark chocolate, and I would say carob is a little bit fudgy milk chocolate. It's not, but it's better. It's not as bitter as the raw chocolate. Nutrition, they're more or less the same. However, raw cacao does have a tiny little edge. So it's entirely up to you what you want to do. It also, in there is hazelnuts. Hazelnuts, another flavonoid. Flavonoids are real antidepressants. This is why you can see all the things. I'm telling you why it's really, really good, why I call it good mood food. They're full of fibre as well. And remember, I talk about pooping. We need to poop more than we do. We used to eat 130 grams of fibre a day. Now we don't. And we need to build our fibre up. Our fibre is what makes all our gut health really, really healthy. We have living organisms in our tummy. And we need to feed them. We need to feed them so they keep nice. And it's not so much feeding them, it's keeping the environment in there really healthy for them. They used to say you are what you eat. Now they're showing you are what you host. And you host bacteria. You have to make sure that's good bacteria. So all these kind of fibre things that I'm telling you about this week are all really, really good to feed your good bacteria. Magnesium. Magnesium as well is a real good for blood sugar levels to keep them stabilised. You get them in hazelnuts. I also sometimes, and this is really good for perimenopause women, but it's not only good for perimenopause women, it's actually good for anybody who is stressed. And I add sometimes a little bit of maca. Now maca, ashwagandha, amla, all these kind of powders are what we call aptogens. And what they do is, they don't actually really do much, but what they do is they balance the body. So if your body's a little bit out of sync and your stress levels are up, it will go in and it will calm everything down. I recommend sometimes to my perimenopause ladies some kind of maca lattes that they can have a night before bed. Not too soon before bed though, because you'll be peeing all night, but have an hour or so before they go to bed. So maca is a real good one. You can do this one with maca or without maca. Now on mine, I have also put some hemp seeds on here. Honestly, this is great for kids as well. Even if you put a banana on there as well for kids, especially kids who are doing exams or kids who have got a lot of anxiety, ADHD or anything like that. This is it's sweet. They feel like they're eating a really sweet treat, but it's so full of goodness. It's got B6 in there from your avocado, so it's going to give them some energy. I've thrown some hemp seeds and some extra hazelnuts on top. I knew doing it. You can put whatever you want on there. It's really nice with raspberries or any kind of dried fruit that you might like. But it's a really, really good mood food. Breakfast. Now, as I said, I don't eat it for breakfast. I tend to eat straight after my breakfast, like a bit of dessert, because it has that effect on me with a nice cup of coffee. And it's really nice. Now, you can make that for breakfast. You can eat it, take it to work, you can do what you want. Again, you can make it the night before, throw it in the fridge and grab and go. But that kind of breakfast is good for anybody. Perimenopausal women, it's a really good one for you. It's got so much goodness in it. People who are just stressed in general, male, female, people who have problems with gut health and need some kind of digestion, it's really good for you as well. It's good because it's getting uber nutrients into your body in the morning, and it's a real nice little sweetener. Now, I put maple syrup in there, but I only use pure maple syrup. If you are really anti any kind of even natural sugars, I was going to say use dates, but if you're against natural sugars, you're going to find it difficult to eat that because the raw cacao is so bitter. You do need to sweeten it up a little bit. So if you want to try this and you don't want to use refined sugar and you do something else, come and tell me what it is, because I've tried loads of things and I can't find anything. That's why I add maple syrup. You can add raw manuka honey if you want to sweeten it up that way. You could probably blend some dates, medjool dates, take a little pip out, blend them and pop that in there. That would sweeten it up as well if you don't mind eating sugar through fruit. But I think this is one of the best little treats that you can have as a little bit of a boost for you, especially through December. Even in January, if you jump yourself on a diet, which a lot of people do, and you think, you know what, I could do with a little treat. And if you're counting calories, count your calories up before you have it, but it's not that bad to be honest as a treat. Now, another way you could use this to enhance your mood, because actually, when I say mention maca, maca is actually good for if you've got a low libido. And women with perimenopause can get a low testosterone and they will have a little bit of a low libido. And you know what men do as well? A lot of men, when they're over 40, they'd never admit it. I mean, women don't talk about it, so men aren't. They can get a low libido. If you do, always go to your doctors and check with them. However, maca is really good for loss of libido. And with that in mind, do you remember, probably about 25 years ago, if you're my age, BHS brought out some edible chocolate body paint. Well, if you put a little bit of maca in this, put it in a little jar and put a big love on it and give it to your loved one, I think they'd really like it as well. See you tomorrow.